Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're joining from. How are you guys? Welcome to the webinar. I'm really happy to be here today and to have this opportunity to share some of my best knowledge. So without further ado, let's start. All right, so today I will be talking about how to make money by selling graphic designs online. As you may know or may not know, my name is Gintare, and today I'll be hosting and presenting in this webinar alone without any guest this time. So I'm working at Hostinger Academy as video content creator right now, but my journey with graphic design started approximately 6 or 7 years ago. Since then, I created and sold multiple graphic design products. Of course, some were more successful than others, but over all this time, I gathered some experience that I would like to share with you today and may even help you in some case. So as creatives, we're always looking for viable ways to make money from our skills. Whether you want to sell digital products full-time or you just want to get some extra income on the side, either way, I believe creating digital design products is a great investment of your time. If you're a beginner, I know it can be really challenging to start working with graphic design, especially when there are so many different areas you can apply it to, and it takes time to pick up your favorite niche or product, but I hope that today by sharing some tips, I will make this easier for you. So before I start, I would like to remind you that throughout this whole webinar, you can ask any questions of your interest in the comment section below. And after the presentation, we'll have a Q&A session where I will answer them. Alrighty, let's start. So basically, my presentation consists of 4 main parts. I'll start with a short intro on what graphic design is and how we should perceive it. Then I'll move on to the main part of the presentation where I'll be talking about making money with graphic design products. And for the last part, I'll get into some of the best platforms for selling these products online. So what is graphic design and why do we need it in the first place? I explain it as visual talking. It is a visual communication system that allows people to express themselves in any shape or form they like. This art, this profession lets you transmit specific messages with specific objectives, and it can be performed in very different areas of applications, such as branding, technical and artistic drawings, photography, video and image editing, 3D modeling, animation, even programming, etc. So if you use your skills and your motivation right and follow the trends, you may as well make money from it. So how does one exactly do that? It's really not rocket science. One way or the other, you will be selling work that you created using software or some app of your choice. So that finished work of yours will be called a digital product. Digital products are basically intangible assets or media that can be distributed online without any need to manage the physical inventory. So it only exists online, such as wallpapers, posters, fonts, templates, and so on. As I mentioned before, I made 3 separate categories of ways to make money with graphic design. Working with clients, teaching courses, and selling your own digital products. Of course, obviously, the best one is the one that works for you. Or you can even do it, all of them. For example, work for a client full-time and have a side gig, or teach courses part-time. It's all up to you, really. When working with clients, you also have 3 options. You can find a job in a company, like me, find graphic design gigs while freelancing, or when you have the skill and the resources, create your own business. Whichever you choose to go with, you'll be dealing with clients directly and making designs for them. To be honest, client work is mostly related to branding and marketing and usually has strict guidelines that you must follow. So I guess that's the down part if you really like to work freely and without any consent. But on the other side, with guiding, it's way easier to not make any mistakes, which could cost you time and money and confusion. Clients can post their requirements for a project in an open advertisement or approach your specific profile, if you have one, of course. So not so long ago, the most common graphic design work type that was required by companies used to be a logo. Today, somehow that has changed. I guess maybe because we have plenty of free and paid logo makers in the market, but of course, companies who value their brand and their uniqueness will definitely go to an experienced graphic designer for help. So designers are really needed. Another advantage to be in the client work field is that they usually want brand book or other graphic design elements such as logo, fonts, different kind of templates for printing and social media, etc. They want it made by one designer, so they would keep the consistency and the professional look of it. So you may as well not have like one project, but the whole bunch of projects for one company. The second type of product is practically everything that can be printed or printed on: posters, flyers, business cards, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, baseball caps, packagings, you name it. These sort of items are always needed and appreciated because there will always be some kind of event or product that needs proper advertising. And the last one is, of course, digital designs, which are skyrocketing right now. As you know, everything is taken up by social media these days, and the best graphic designer products are created specifically for this niche. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here yourself, right? So posts for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, email marketing, videos for YouTube and other platforms. Well, the market is wide open and thriving. But where do I look for this client work, you might ask? Well, before you apply for any job or any gig, you must have a portfolio. So make sure you have one. There are actually many websites where you can look for freelancing or even a full-time job. The options that I would suggest would be Upwork, Fiverr, 99 Designs, Dribble, Freelancer, Behind, Design Hill. But I'm sure there are others that I'm just not aware of or haven't used yet. I personally use Dribble, Behance, and Fiverr the most. And I guess Dribble was my favorite one. Maybe I like the overall user interface. Yeah, and I used to upload illustrations there and also got some offers to do some design gigs from there. So I suggest you try as many websites as you can, and then just filter them out yourself, and find out which one specifically works for you and your niche. Okay, another great way of monetizing your graphic design skills is teaching online courses. Of course, this way is not really suitable for beginners in graphic design because obviously in order to be a mentor, you need to have some experience or knowledge to share. Teaching others online is really convenient for those people who like to work on their own terms. So, for example, if you have an idea about what field or particular skill you could educate, you're already halfway there. The real challenge is to come up with a tutorial that hasn't been done yet. But even if you choose a quite popular theme, it's all right. Just make sure you put your heart into it and try to have your own style of instructing people. For example, insert a joke here and there or give an exclusive tip at the end of the course. It's up to you. You can figure that out. After each tutorials, if you keep doing them consistently, your community and your supporters should grow exponentially, which helps you get more viewers and also money. So how does the system work? First step, you need to pick a website or multiple websites where you want to upload your online course. Here you can see only a couple of them that I use right now or have used before, but there are more options to choose from. Every platform has different rules for applying. Usually they require you to submit an audition video so they can evaluate your skills and see if they are marketable. Then once you're signed, you can start creating your course. Write a script for your tutorial, record video, audio, prepare other necessary material, and edit them to stitch your full video course. It's just as easy as that. Payment happens on a contract basis with the online course company. The significant factors are how much traffic or demand your course summons and the royalties percentage that you have signed for the website. I won't get into much details about this because it widely varies from person to person and from company to company. So if you want to learn more about each company, you can find all terms and conditions in their website. All right, and now for the fun part. What if you want to sell your own digital products online? I'm talking about passive income here. That is a way of making money that requires basically no effort to maintain it. So in more simple words, you create a digital product once, and then you can sell it as many times as you want in digital markets. Take your time and explore various articles and examples of digital graphic design products before you actually start working on it. The good thing is that you're totally responsible of your time and effort you put into this, so there's no pressure, no deadlines. Even though you can make just anything you want, I would suggest to always dig deeper into what's trending right now, what's trending this year in the market. That way you could jump on board and create designs for relevant themes, which would automatically result in more sales since it's trending. This year in the spotlight, we have infographics, geometric shapes, symbols, surrealism, elements of nature, cartoon illustrations, 3D designs, optical illusion designs, chaotic typography, and that's not all, but I won't say all of them. You can actually check out this article, which is by Graphic Mama, Graphic Design Trends 2021. These are all pretty narrow fields of graphic design. So if you don't want to do exactly what's popular right now and follow the trends, you could at least add one or two elements from trending stuff to your own work, get some inspiration, and just use it well in your own products. I will go through a few of digital design products of my choice right now, because if we try to cover them all, this webinar would probably end tomorrow morning, and I think we don't want that. So these particular design products should bring you the most value, at least from my experience. So let's start with t-shirts. According to Statista, apparel and accessories retail e-commerce is projected to generate 194 billion in revenue by 2024. So t-shirts are dominating in our everyday wardrobe. probably because how incredibly versatile they are. They can work as a blank canvas for artwork, the way other clothing just can't, and that means endless possibilities to create t-shirt designs. You can create t-shirts for event, party, a music band, organization, or just let your artsy side come out and put an illustration or some symbol on it, since it's trending this year. So basically, the whole process is pretty simple. Firstly, you create a design that you want to put on a t-shirt using a software. I use Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop, but any software that you have is just fine. Then you choose the way you get this profit, which is an important part. You can either find a company that prints the design on the t-shirt and you get it in physical form, which is actually not a digital product anymore, or you use a POD, which is short for print on demand. This is the technology that allows you to sell t-shirts online without keeping inventory. So items are made only when a customer places an order, and your product stays digital until you sell it. So Printful is a POD service that integrates with Etsy store and Amazon store. Printful takes care of printing and shipping automatically and is pretty hands-off. So it's like a middleman in this whole process. My primary suggestion for t-shirt selling platforms would be Amazon Merch and Etsy. Well, right now it's extremely hard to get a Amazon Merch account because Merch somehow discontinued its program due to the increase in orders across Amazon during the COVID-19 outbreak. But Merch is a completely hands-off approaching, making it very popular. So I would recommend still to get on that first. But of course, who knows how long it will take to get approved by Amazon Merch. For some, it takes 3 months, for others, even 6. So in the meantime, just create an Etsy store. When creating an Etsy store, just don't forget to fill as much information as possible, because that will result in people finding you and your products way easier. Then when you have the account of Etsy, just set up Printful account, like integrate it into Etsy. This is really easy and can be done very quickly. And if you don't know how, you can just Google a tutorial for it. And all of this approves not only for t-shirts, but any other merch like hoodies, sweatshirt, mugs, bags, and so on. Moving on to photos and illustrations. The ability to make money online as a photographer or illustrator is all about harnessing that creativity at heart and applying it to monetization. So this method is pretty straightforward. You just photograph and prepare a bunch of photos or draw a bunch of illustrations and you put them online for sale. But the key here is word bunch, because in order to make money from this digital product, you need to have a fair quantity of it. It's way easier to choose, for example, one theme that you're going with. Let's say we choose nature photography or comic book style illustrations. And then let's say we do at least 10 of them. So when someone needs a visual and looks for it with this particular keyword, you could offer more than one option that automatically narrows down the competition for you. Same rules apply to icons. Designers tend to create and sell them in packs. So these are very useful as website elements in user interface, and they also can be used as separate illustrations for articles or even other designs. I, for example, use them in my videos to add that extra spice when it's needed. For example, when I want to picture, like I had an idea, I put a lamp right here. So yeah, that's the idea of icons. Okay, next up, we have templates and mockups. This is arguably one of the most profitable ways to get passive income for graphic designers, because this niche gives you a lot of options to choose from. Resume templates, website templates, mobile templates, video templates, motion graphic design templates, wedding invitation templates. I could go on and on with this list. And a mock-up, if you don't know, is a full-sized model of something that has not yet been built, but it's showing how it will look or operate. In simple words, for example, you may open up a mock-up of a t-shirt, right? And in Photoshop. And then you put the design on the Photoshop file just to see how the end result would look like. What would the t-shirt look with your design on it? Templates and mockups are pretty much on demand all the time. So all that you need to wrap your head around is which design exactly you want to choose and create. Fonts are also a huge part of graphic design community, and they're also a huge part of any website and any graphic design element, especially nowadays when designers and users pay extra attention to things like readability and usability. Fonts have not only became part of UX, but also play a serious part in branding, which explains the growing interest. For example, every known brand, every brand you know has a font that they choose to use in their branding. Yes, so for graphic designers, this might be the best moment to jump on the bandwagon and offer their creative fonts for sale. The most popular approach is to distinguish 4 basic categories of types, which is serif, sans serif, script types, and decorative types. So there's plenty of room to show your creativity. Choosing a font is pretty personal, so the more alternatives you offer, the higher the chances that your font will be appreciated. You can't just offer a regular and a bold and just call it a day. You have to think about going with extra possibilities like bold, italic, light bold, and such. And then your effort will definitely be repaid when customers start choosing your type over all of the rest. Now, printable goods. This is also a very wide spectrum of digital design products. From stickers to big billboards, printable goods has a whole market just waiting to be filled with graphic designers. Posters, stickers, coloring books, book covers, packaging designs, postcards, magazines. There are just some printable digital products that you could earn you money. Use your creativity in the field that you feel most comfortable with. But keep in mind that this year, various types of wall art are trending, especially the minimalistic framed posters that you can just hang up on the wall. So use this information for your advantage. Animations and GIFs are not that easy to sell online as a product, since it usually gets ordered by specific clients directly. And there are way less markets to just sell them as a digital product, like in the market. But I still thought that it is worth mentioning, just in case you're into animation as much as me. I'm trying to learn animation myself at the time, and I learned this much for a fact that making animations takes time. So be prepared for that. But you can still sell animated designs and earn passive income. For example, make animated icons, right? That people could add to their video content or websites and sell them in packs or bundles, because usually these types of products are sold in packs. And last but not least, 3D design. The main digital 3D products that you can sell are tools and plugins for software. Then you can earn selling 3D material packs, 3D models, posters, renderings, etc. I just recently found out that you can even do 3D printing on demand. So that's also worth checking out. Websites like TurboSquid and CG Trader let you sell designs and offer up to 80% royalties. So it's a really huge market, and as well an opportunity to make your success with 3D projects. Alrighty, now I'll share some of my insights on the best websites to sell your products. First one is Creative Market. This is a perfect place for you if you create templates, mockups, fonts, and graphic design elements like icons, patterns, and textures. In this market, they usually get sold in bundles, as I said before, bundles of 5, 10, 15, and even more. Unfortunately, not just anyone can open a shop in Creative Market. There's a vetting process, so only the best get to sell on this platform. But this means that sellers are pretty legit and they sell top-notch quality products, which would be good for your reputation as a designer if you have a shop there. It also has a pretty great user interface and user experience, in my opinion. The only con of Creative Market is that they take 40% commission on each sale, which is kind of a lot, actually. So for t-shirts and other merch, like wall art, posters, and stickers, I would suggest Etsy. This is another globally recognized online site, as I said before. The price of listing an item here is only 20 cents for 4 months. However, you will face a very fierce competition, which means only high-quality design items have the chance to sell at a reasonable price. Etsy allows you to sell not only digital products, but also the tangible ones. So I don't know if that's good. I guess that doesn't narrow down the competition for you. The next one is Template Monster Digital Marketplace, which is another resource that has earned a fair name among graphic designers. It is a place where you can showcase your big assortment. For example, you are able to submit patterns here, backgrounds, fonts, icons, illustrations, and other items. You need to know 2 main advantages about this platform. First of all, it has a massive network of clients that totals more than 2 million people. And it also offers a 65% commission for all graphic designers, no matter the exclusive or non-exclusive items they sell. The next one is for typography enthusiasts. So My Fonts is an ideal choice when you want to sell exciting fonts that you created and own. The site gives you a massive audience of potential customers who are looking for some unique fonts. The site also has an extensive collection of fonts that buyers can search just by some random keywords that they use. Saatchi Art is an online marketplace through which artists can sell both prints and original works. I mean, digital products and tangible ones. It's free to sign up and sell. And Saatchi also handles shipping. The artist only pays for packaging. Saatchi takes a 35% commission on each piece sold. Saatchi boasts around 65,000 artists from across the globe. So I would say it's a pretty big market, and it's worth a try to sell your products there. For selling any video-related materials, After Effects elements and templates, Premiere Pro elements and templates, motion graphics templates, and other add-ons, I would highly recommend Video Hive from Envato Market. You can also sell your stock footage there, presets, and even video scripts here. This is a really great place that I actually quite often use myself when I need some effects or I need some presets. So yeah, I would recommend it highly. Next one is Shutterstock. As you know, it's great for selling photos, illustrations, icons, and other visual material. This market has become one of the most established and recognized microstock sites around. Marketing agencies, media outlets, businesses from around the globe turn to Shutterstock for both commercial and editorial needs. So it's pretty popular. Shutterstock contributors earn royalties every time one of their approved images is downloaded by a customer. So as I mentioned before, to make money selling, for example, photos, you need to have a lot of them. I mean at least a few of them, not one or two. So you need to get them prepared and upload, and then you just get more chances of making money when you upload them in bunch. As you can see, there are a lot of other markets that I haven't mentioned, and I'm not saying there were somehow, but each designer has their own preferences and priorities in creativity and markets. So don't hesitate and spend some time researching what options there are and which ones are the best for you. In case this idea of selling your digital products in someone's market and giving them a part of your share doesn't satisfy your needs, you can always build your own market. You can get a hosting plan with Hostinger, as we have now. Right now, we have a discount with code HE10, and build your own simple e-commerce website with WordPress or Zyro Builder, and just sell your products and take all the money without sharing it with anyone else. So yeah. Okay, so that's it from my presentation. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope you liked it. And I guess we can move on to questions in a minute. All right, so the first question is, what is your name? So my name is Gintare once again. Okay, I have one question. Yeah, I have only one question. So guys, if you're still interested in something with digital design products, don't hesitate and ask them. Learning Design asks, I'm starting to learn the illustrations. I'm only the beginner. Do you think I already can make money from this? Could you suggest how? Yeah, hello, thank you for the question. Of course, as a beginner, it depends what kind of beginner you are. If you just started to learn and you don't make quite a full product yet, you need to learn and get more experience first. Like, let's say, think always from the client's perspective. If you would want to buy an illustration, how good would you want it to be, right? So I would suggest to pick a niche that you like. Let's say you like drawing nature, right? Illustrating nature. And then you just try to get as good as you possibly can in one niche. That's what I would suggest for a beginner, because I, as a beginner, struggled with picking one topic to work on. And when I scattered around the place, it got too hard. So if you have a niche, congratulations, just work on that. So that would be my tips. And also, don't stop learning. Always check the courses with Udemy, Coursera, Domestika, and all. You will get a lot of info that you could use and you could improve each and every day. So that would be my tip for you. And of course, when you're proud of your work, you can see that you look at your work and you're thinking, nice. It's nice that I did that. You can try to sell it. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. So yeah, I guess that's what I would recommend. Okay, Miranda is asking, where can I start learning designs? I am new at it, but want to try. Hello, Miranda. Thank you for the question. It depends what kind of designs you want to learn. As I mentioned before, there are a lot of materials to learn from, such as online courses. Even YouTube is free of, full of videos that you can learn from. For example, if you want to learn animation, just for example, you just type in animation tutorials and you will get a lot of free info on that. And when you see there's no more videos that could interest you from YouTube, because they're free and usually good creators want to earn some money, then you go to online courses like Udemy, Coursera, Domestic, and all. And also, don't forget to check out articles, because blogs, like creative blogs of design, are also a very good resource of material to learn. Okay, Therapy Music is asking, can we sell our web designs, which we made using Figma and Webflow, and sell them on ThemeForest? I'm not that much into web designing, but as I know, my friend does it. Like he does designs for websites and he sells them in ThemeForest. Actually, this is the same ThemeForest by Envato Markets, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, of course you can do that. Just look at the types of files that they let you upload. So first of all, do your research and then create, because this consistency is very important. Because if you do something and then you see, oh damn, my file is not supported by this and this market, and then you get frustrated and maybe you wouldn't even want to work anymore. So yeah. Is there any difference between graphic designer and illustrator? Thank you for the question. Yes, of course there is. Graphic designer is a very wide term, and graphic designer can do like a lot of stuff, like branding, and also the same illustrating, editing, a little bit of web design. Like it's a very variety of choices what graphic designer can do. And illustrator is a small niche where you just paint or draw illustrations. So that's like the main difference. Like graphic illustrator is this and illustrator is that. Okay. Martina asks, do you think it is possible to learn drawing simple graphic designs even if you are very bad at drawing with pencil on paper? Oh yes, yes, of course. Graphic design, like drawing with a tablet, for example, and drawing with a pencil on a paper is very, very different. I myself do both, and I can say that it's easier to do it digitally because like painting on a tablet or doing illustrations or on Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, like if you want to have something more of a like illustration photo. Okay, I'm getting too deep into this. Okay, look, so my tip would be, and that tip, but my answer would be, it is possible, definitely, because you can take a reference photo. For example, you want to draw a woman, with a pencil and a paper. Then you need to, I don't know, look at some picture or look at a person sitting in front of you and then paint, and you have no reference lines that you can paint on. While painting in Adobe Illustrator, for example, you can take a photo, put it in Adobe Illustrator, and then on top of it, you can paint lines to have this like this base of a painting, and then keep on going where you want it to go. So yeah, I would even say that drawing on a PC, it's way easier than doing it in real life. Okay. Okay, since there are no more questions, I will answer this one again. What is graphic design? So graphic design, as I said, is a way to communicate visually. It's like, in my perspective, it is a very powerful weapon to express your feelings and your message through some kind of visual which you couldn't do with words sometimes. So the best answer for me, the graphic design, is just visual communication. Okay, Miranda, do you think it's hard to be a graphic designer full-time? Is it challenging day to day? Well, it depends. Actually, if you like what you're doing, like if you like drawing, doing designs, it's not challenging at all. And it also varies from the actual job and tasks you're making. So for one person, it would be too hard, let's say, to make a social media post day to day. And for another, it would be very hard to, I don't know, paint an illustration, draw an illustration. So it's really, I really can't answer that correctly. I guess any job is easy when you like what you're doing. So like, I would say, no, it's not hard. Okay, Liliana, I see. Sorry, I missed your question before. Hi, I have a business plan on Hostinger to create a digital store. I have to pay extra 11.59 USDs at month. So I will not answer this question right now. I promise I will answer you after it because I need to check it out. But so business plan is for small businesses, and I'm not quite sure, but I would suggest if you want to have a store, I would definitely suggest the WordPress Pro plan, where you can have a business. It depends on the resources you have. So you would need to provide me with more details so I could answer you. Okay, which do you like, graphic design or web design? I guess you wanted to ask which do I like more. Definitely graphic design, because I tried web design also, and maybe it's just not that creative for me. So I'm into graphic design more, and right now especially video design. Okay, how I start? I'm a student. I learned Photoshop only yet. So my answer would be keep learning, keep learning. I learned also, I learned a lot from even from drawing to video editing. It takes time. Just be patient and be passionate and just don't stop growing and learning. Okay, guys, if you have any more questions, I'm waiting. Okay, I can see that we have no more questions. So thanks a lot for attending. I really enjoyed doing this. This was my first webinar, and I think I would definitely do more. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to Hostinger Academy. And also, I want to remind you that we have a coupon code for hosting plans, which you can use and create your stores and sell your digital products online. So don't forget to check that out. And I guess that's it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for attending, and see you next time, guys. Bye.